My name is Nancy McLaughlin. I have had multiple abortions in my life because I was ashamed of getting pregnant while unmarried, and when married, afraid to raise a child in an unhealthy environment. During the abortion procedures, I remember being in a lot of pain, feeling scared, cold, and very alone. I can still recall the awful sound as the life of my children was taken from me. What I didn't realize at the time is a piece of my soul would be taken with them. Following the abortions, I was relieved that no one would find out, and I could go about my life as though nothing had happened. It was no big deal, right? There were same-day procedures that didn't even require a hospital stay. Surely I would bounce back quickly. At least that's what I was told. The feeling of relief soon passed and was replaced with one of self-loathing. I tried very hard to repress my memory of the experiences, including when, where, and how many I actually had. My marriage suffered and ultimately ended in divorce. I never considered my husband's feelings in all of this, as I was so busy repressing my own. After my divorce, in my denial and out of my self-loathing, I engaged in more self-sabotaging behavior. I became promiscuous and had relationships with unavailable men. My emotional pain deepened as I continued to go against more of my beliefs and values, and my disappointment in myself grew. My last abortion was 15 years ago, at the age of 35. Out of my deep shame, and shortly after it, I moved out of state and physically and emotionally isolated myself. I became celibate and kept all other relationships at arm's length. For 12 years following, I drank almost daily in an attempt to erase the feelings. After quitting drinking, I took solace in food and numbed myself with sugar. I was living a lie and not allowing anyone to get close, including my family. How could I? I couldn't bear to tell them the truth. I was going to take this to my grave. Then I realized that I was going through the motions of life. I was numb. I had lost hope. And while the church had forgiven me, after 15 years, I still had not forgiven myself. So when a life coach suggested that I was being held back in all areas of my life because I had not come to terms with my abortions, and that my life and relationships could not be at the level I would want them to be if I didn't address this, I sought healing. So after 15 years of deep shame and guilt, self-loathing, and an otherwise empty life void of hope, I recently went through a healing program. During it, I was embraced by the Catholic Church, both literally and figuratively, in an environment of understanding, non-judgment, and forgiveness, surrounded by people who gave of themselves in time and in spirit so that others could heal. I began my journey of self-healing. The Rachel's Vineyard retreat provided me an understanding of my behavior. I was shown love and forgiveness and saw grace. My closed heart began to open and light came back into my life. Over the course of the weekend, I went from feeling rejected, guilt-ridden, sad, and without hope to embraced, lighter, happier, and excited about life. It has given me hope. It has given me peace. It has given me my life back. And that is why I am silent no more.